What if the real secret to your child's regulation, mood, and sleep wasn't another therapy session, but what's sitting in your fridge? For so many parents, food isn't just a challenge, it's one of the hardest parts of raising a child with autism. It's not just about picky eating, it's the food sensitivities, the aversions, the allergies, and the constant stress of wondering if your child is getting any of the nutrients they need. But here's the surprising truth. For individuals with autism and whole body apraxia, food isn't just fuel and getting the body what it needs. It can make or break their ability to regulate, to sleep, and even to move with intention. So in this video, we're going to dig into how ultra-processed foods can make whole body apraxia even worse. We're going to talk about the hidden connection between diet, brain health, and whole body apraxia, and what might look like picky eating may actually be a motor challenge and not just preference. And finally, how you can start shifting your child's diet without creating more mealtime battles. And make sure that you stick with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal the one mistake that so many parents make when it comes to food that can actually make whole body apraxia worse. And I will show you exactly how to fix it. Hi, I'm Dr. Dana Johnson, occupational therapist with advanced training in functional and nutritional medicine. I've spent almost 2 decades working directly with individuals who have whole body apraxia and autism. And here's what I've seen again and again. When we can address diet, even in small, realistic steps, things start to change. My clients sleep better, their anxiety can go down, it's easier to regulate, and most importantly, they begin to feel more in control of their bodies. Now let's start with something that's often overlooked, the standard American diet. According to the CDC, more than 55% of all calories that we consume come from ultra-processed foods. For kids, that number jumps to 62%. So think about that for a second. More than half of what our children are eating every single day isn't whole food. It's packaged, refined, full of sugar and starch, and loaded with additives designed to make us crave more. And here's the problem. These foods actually cause more issues than we might think. We can see damage to gut health, which fuels inflammation and GI issues like constipation. It can trigger blood sugar crashes that cause fatigue and brain fog, and it certainly amplifies anxiety and dysregulation. It contributes to obesity and chronic disease such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. It can also interfere with deep and restorative sleep, which we need for recovery. Now, picture an autistic person with whole body apraxia already working hard to regulate, already struggling with sensory overwhelm. Add in food that throws their system into overdrive, and no wonder it's a challenge for them to regulate and get through their day. Now, here's where it gets really important. Whole body apraxia is a challenge of movement. It's about the miscommunication between what the brain wants the body to do, and diet can play a powerful role in this communication. It can either help or hinder it. When the gut is inflamed, or when blood sugar is spiking and crashing, when sleep is completely broken, your child's body is in survival mode. And that inflammation makes it harder for the brain to send clear signals to the body. And for many of my clients, this often shows up as behavior or more dysregulation or meltdowns. We also see fatigue or more days that seem to be in a brain fog, sudden mood swings, and anxiety that seem to come out of nowhere. And this can all be related to what our kids are eating. Now let's take a second to talk about picky eating. What if picky eating isn't about preference? What if it's about whole body apraxia? What if your child does actually want to eat the food, but their body isn't cooperating and they can't initiate or start the movement to eat? Or what if they don't want to eat the food that's in front of them, but they seemingly inhale it or don't stop eating it at all? This also may be whole body apraxia. Here's the story to explain what I'm talking about, and one that actually blew my mind. Anna is one of my clients, and she's also an unreliable speaker who seemed to love yogurt. Every day after school, she would independently make herself yogurt with toppings. Her mom thought this was a huge win for independence, considering her motor profile was much more impulsive and she seemed to do everything fast. But then Anna, through spelling, communicated something that shocked all of us. She actually didn't like yogurt. Her body just couldn't stop the routine pattern. Her whole body apraxia made it impossible to pick something else from the fridge. Now think about that for a second. How many of our kids look like they're picky eaters because their body won't let them start or initiate a new food or stop an old routine? This completely changes how we think about food preferences. Sometimes they want to try something new, but their body won't get started. Other times they're stuck in a loop that looks like preferences, but it's not. Now, what about special diets? You've probably heard of diets like gluten-free or casein-free, helping kids with autism. And yes, many families report improvements in gut health, inflammation, and regulation based on these dietary changes. But here's something else that's a true reality for a lot of families. These diets can be overwhelming. Trying to overhaul everything overnight usually leads to burnout for you and your child. So here's what I tell families when they're just starting. Number one, learn to read labels. If it has more than one ingredient, it's technically processed. Try to choose foods with minimal ingredients. Choose one ingredient food, such as an apple or a carrot or an orange. Try and choose these as much as you can because this is a whole food, one ingredient. Number two, pay attention to additives like food dyes or added chemicals to keep food stable for longer. And essentially, the things that you can't pronounce. If they have more than 25 letters in the name, they're probably best to limit or stay away from completely. Many of them can actually fuel dysregulation. Number three, start small. Choose one change instead of trying to change everything. And then lastly, if possible, make this change for the whole family so that your child doesn't feel that they're left out of the fun foods. To be honest, shifting your diet with the whole family and limiting processed foods can help everyone. So what should you do first? What's the first thing? Because this, as I said, can be very overwhelming. Start with just one food. Pick one item that you want to add, like a vegetable, a new protein, or even just a less processed version of something that your child already eats. Try and choose foods that are similar textures to the one that your child prefers and offer it consistently, not just one time. This takes consistency and repetition. Now, pair this with two tools. The first one is co-regulation. Meal times can be stressful. And remember, your calm presence is the most powerful co-regulator that your child has. Secondly, motor coaching. Eating is a motor skill. So breaking it down into steps and guiding your child through the process is going to support their motor planning for eating. For individuals who eat too fast, coaching them can help them slow down. Don't put the entire meal on the plate at once. Support them to pick one piece at a time rather than stuffing everything in their mouths at the beginning. And for individuals who can't initiate, coaching can help them get started. And remember, be present to support your child, and that means that you may need to commit to sitting with them with the only goal of supporting them to try this one food. At the end of the day, health and wellness matter for all of us. But for autistic individuals with whole body apraxia, diet has an even bigger impact. Better nutrition means improved gut health, which supports brain health. It means less inflammation in the body. It promotes more intentional movement and supports better sleep. It also supports more stable moods and ultimately regulation. Food can either empower your child's body and brain, or it can make their daily struggles harder. And here's the mistake that I see so many parents make. They try to overhaul everything at one time. And I get it. You want your child to feel better. You go all in on a new diet only to hit a wall of resistance and stress. And that approach almost always backfires. So my suggestion, start small, one food, one change, and then you can stack these small wins. And over time, you'll see a big shift in your child's health, regulation, and intentional movement. And here's something I say to all my families. Don't focus on removing foods. Instead, focus on adding better ones, because positive additions of food feel less threatening to your child than restricting them from their already restricted diet. Now, for my client Anna, we were able to learn what her actual food preferences were, the best diet for her overall health, and we then supported her motor planning to better control how fast she was eating so that meal times were way less stressful for her and her family. And this ultimately helped her mood, her anxiety level, and her sleep. If this video gave you a new perspective on your child's eating habits or overall health, hit that like button and share it with another parent or professional who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be sharing more strategies to help you understand your child's sensory motor profile, intentional movement, and the hidden factors that can make things easier for both you and them. And I'd love to hear from you. What's the biggest food challenge in your home right now? Drop it in the comments. This is about community and community supporting others. So be sure to share your successes here. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video.